like that's the quickest time we've gone live.
It just went round live.
Boom. Yeah.
There we are.
There we are. So,
excuse me.
as
So
you,
I'm not well. I'm not well at all. So
yeah,
apologies for the snuffy and the.
that's what I was just about to say, because on the title, Mark's not well. So, but it's not COVID, thankfully. So, you took a test yesterday?
I took a test yesterday. It was negative. I was shocked, but it's negative. So I think it's just a common cold. And they are saying in England, UK, that the flu season has come much earlier this year. So they said the flu season's come now. So
When does the flu season start? We're October.
normally December, January.
Oh, really?
Apparently so.
Oh, I thought it was, well, a lot earlier than that. A lot earlier than
No,
that.
that's winter's not officially till December, end of December.
You're joking.
Believe it or not, so in the UK, really, October, November officially are actually autumn.
Oh,
It's
really?
winter is from the 21st of December all the way up till 31st of March.
Really? I thought, I've got to be honest, I thought it started from October, November. Because I thought, well, I suppose, yeah, autumn does start in September. Yeah.
And
there you go.
people always think that they always think of autumn as being August, but it's not. August is summer. So there you are. Anyway,
Yeah.
without boring you about, guys, I can't even taste this.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's so annoying.
Oh,
No.
yeah. I suppose if you've got, maybe you should try some of those eucalyptus like lockets and stuff.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
free up your nasal passages. But yeah, I guess if you've got a blocked nose, you can't taste anything. Yeah. So I'm wearing my Halloween ears. We are fast approaching
Halloween.
Halloween's next week, as we all know. And I just thought, you know what? I want to put my little pumpkins on. I really like them.
Yeah, I like those ones as well. Are they loungefly? I always think they
No.
must be loungefly. Oh, you always have to check those.
Yeah, because they normally have a little plaque.
Yeah, with the loungefly.
Yeah, with the loungefly. And so yeah, that's why I have to check. I have to go, oh no, they're not loungefly. But there we go. So how is everyone? We're not going to be on too long tonight because of course you're not well.
No.
So we just thought, you know what, we quickly pop on, like say hello to everyone, check out, see what everyone's doing. And we haven't got anything planned this weekend because
I am resting.
Yeah.
I am not well at all, so I am. You can, of course. And
yeah,
you
well,
can-
my mum said she wants me to go somewhere with her. She what is it she said she wants to buy? Oh yeah, she wants to buy an iPad. And so yes, I'll go shopping with her to find an iPad. And that's it. I think she wants to get last year's one because I think last year's one obviously will be less expensive than this year's one.
Oh, okay. She wants an
So
iPad.
I think yeah, she wants an iPad. I don't know because I don't think there's anything wrong with her old one. So yeah. So
You
there
went
we
what?
go.
So anybody interested? We've got the Black Friday deals coming up soon.
Yes.
In November. So look at if you are after some early Christmas presents or some electrical equipment, do go for the Black Friday deals.
Yeah.
Now, go on.
Sorry, I was going to say there's a Black Friday and it normally continues the weekend, and then Monday is Cyber Monday. So they normally do Black Friday to the Monday.
But the Friday is the best deal. I've noticed that the deals aren't as good on any other day. Friday is the best day for the deals. And now we did promise two things. We did promise that we would do the new range of autumn drinks and we would review Kelly's electric throw blanket. Now we tried to get the autumn drinks and they were completely sold out.
Imagine. There were so there's a couple of new drinks that have come on. They're sold out. Well, there are a couple of Starbuckses that we can order from, but sometimes when we order from, let's say, you know, on Just Eat or Deliveroo or another platform like Uber Eats or something, a couple of them like close at certain times, especially if they're busy or if they're approaching closing time. So in the middle of my, you know, I had all these goodies in the basket, and in the middle of me hitting place order, they were shut. So then I had to go to another place, and they didn't have anything in bar our normal drinks. What have you got?
So I've gone for my usual, which is the Tai Chi latte.
Yeah, it's oat with oat milk, and I have gone
It's not Tai Chi, obviously.
Tai Chi,
that's
yeah.
what I call it, Tai Chi.
Chai tea latte, and mine is with soy milk, and I got a small one because then I bought a my usual frappuccino, which I always can never do without my little frap.
So, like I said, we ordered those things from Lakeland for Kelly. That was the throw and the booties, and they still haven't arrived. So, if you are ordering anything from Lakeland, just be wary. This is what they're saying now. They are saying that normally delivery time is 3 to 5 days. When did you order it?
Last week, Wednesday.
So that's been. So the nice thing is 10 days,
and it's still processing.
Oh God.
So they haven't even said, "Oh yeah, or your order's ready" or anything like that. It says still processing. And yesterday you actually put this morning you actually put the heater on.
Oh yeah, only because I was so sick. I gotta be honest. I got up this morning. I was so ill, so I was shivering. I couldn't move, and I thought I need to put the heater on.
You need to put the heater on. Siobhan came downstairs and she says, "Is the heater on?" I was like, "Yep," because it was the first time that I didn't actually need my little fleece or my cardigan or anything. I could actually sit in like little short sleeves and stuff, because the house was actually warm. But of course, everyone's trying to conserve
This is it.
energy, trying to keep the bills down and everything else. So we're trying to turn it on as late as possible. But I noticed that there is air in the radiators, so we will have to bleed them. And sort of deal with that. But other than that, it's been cold. And it was not. I've got to be honest. It was nice to have the heater on this morning.
Well, do you know what? That's one thing I missed actually doing the heating on, because I thought I wasn't going to put it on. I'm trying to leave it as long as possible because I had such a fever this morning. I was so just shaking and feverish and cold. Oh, Richard, hello,
Hey,
Richard
Richard,
Harris.
how are
Greetings.
you?
Did Trust quit over cheese imports? Liz Trust is the. How are you, Richard? By the way, Liz Trust is officially Britain's shortest serving prime minister ever, 44 days. Apparently, so I don't know if you guys knew this, but if you are a former prime minister, you get a annual income of £112,000 post your on top. So basically, post your premiership. So as soon as you leave the prime minister's residence, you are guaranteed that £112,000 as well. But because she was in power post for such a short time, other MPs are trying to make sure that she doesn't get that because it was so small.
I just I feel like I don't know. We need a good prime minister. Please, we need a good prime minister.
Delete those two. Richard said, "What's going on over there? Need some stability." So, this is it. So, what's been happening, Richard, is it's just ridiculous. Liz Truss has gone. Not that we normally go into the politics side, but she's basically been. She went against all the economic advice at all. Put in her mini budget. It's caused an absolute pandemonium here. So the value of the pound is absolutely and utterly dropped like a stone. So I don't know. Is it big news over there in the States?
Yeah, it must be. I think the British people are becoming quite popular in the States.
British people coming popular.
I mean, British things, since the Meghan and all of that, yeah.
So I just wondered, was it big over there? I was surprised actually that it was. I know obviously it's world news, but pretty much what's been happening. That is creepy spam. So yes, we've just blocked that as well.
Yeah.
We don't normally get that, weird spam, but we now and again it comes up.
Yeah. So it's just
some little block. How are things with you though? Anyway.
Yeah.
What's been happening in Chicago? Have you been up to anything? Yeah, so I'm pretty ill at the moment, so I'm just flagging a little bit.
Sorry, I was in the middle of, as I was doing whatever I was doing. I was just saying, don't get me wrong, I think things are becoming more British things are becoming more popular in the States. Things like since the whole Harry and Meghan, because it's like two countries coming together as one kind of thing. And then you've got your Downton Abbey, I don't know if you guys have got the crown over there, but I've heard a couple of people from the States talking about the crown, and now obviously the
Oh.
politics and everything else.
Winter
so-
is coming. Been feeding the chipmunks and squirrels.
Oh.
How cold is it over there? It's getting quite nippy over here actually at the moment.
I can imagine it getting quite cold over there,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
colder than it would be here. And at the moment, I feel that our winters are becoming a
That's
lot
not
more
too bad.
mild.
Well, actually, in fact, this is it. Actually, we're quite lucky because normally it's freezing at this point, but it hasn't been cold here actually, and I'm hoping that will last way into November. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, we've had a lot of rain, but
Mm.
even then, we haven't had as much rain as we usually have. Like
No.
sometimes it can be constant, like from morning to night, during the night, blah blah blah. But it's been raining sort of like sometimes it's mornings, sometimes it's afternoons, and things like that. So it's not been too mad.
Which is that all the fall colours are beautiful here. Do you know what? The changing of the leaves is amazing. I forget when my brother went, him and Siobhan went, but they went to the parks in the United States. He said it's absolutely amazing.
Where was it your parents went? And was it Virginia? I think it was Virginia.
Oh, yeah, I was trying to remember. I
when-
can't remember where they
I'm
went.
sure it was in Virginia when they saw all the colours of the trees and stuff like that. It was amazing, they said.
He said it's beautiful. You can get a hot air balloon that goes over the top.
Oh.
So if you ever get a chance, Stephen Fry did a series where he drives all around America in a black taxi, so a London black taxi. It was really, really interesting. Mark, you look washed out. I got sick for 2 weeks, starting to feel better. Yeah, do you know what? I'm really suffering at the moment, Richard. I really don't feel well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did work today, but I worked from home. But that was probably a mistake because I was really ill.
Yeah, I think you just run down and stuff. Yeah.
I don't feel top. And you've been ill as well. Are you feeling better now?
Because you tested for COVID.
Yeah, I'm negative for COVID, but I think it's just a cold.
Yeah.
But
I think as well, some people forget now because I think COVID was so prevalent, and still is. It still is prevalent. It's just not reported in the news as much anymore. But I think a lot of people, when they do get a cold, like I got a cold in March, and I just thought everyone's like, oh, "Have you got COVID?" And I was like, "No, it's just a cold." But it did turn out that I did have COVID.
Yeah, you did have COVID in the end. But
Yeah.
So hopefully, fingers crossed, I've tested negative, so
Yeah.
it stays that way.
Yeah.
But they do say that if you've got a cold, be wary because you don't want to get COVID on top of that. But you had it for 2 weeks. Oh my words.
That's crazy. I think, do you know what though? I think sometimes when you catch a cold and you're edging toward it, it can take a couple of weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
Like when I catch a cold, it's not always like within a week.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it can last for 2 weeks. But it's just all that. It's funny when you sort of like progress to coming out of a cold, you never hit the pinpoint of when all of a sudden you can smell things and taste things.
No,
it's sort of like a gradual thing.
I can't taste this at all.
I really.
I can just feel the creaminess. That's it. I cannot taste it.
I've got a slight block nose, but I can taste everything. But it's only slight. It's just here.
The one thing I found about colds, though, that's the best time to eat all the really healthy foods you don't like the taste of because you can't taste them. That's what I try and do. I eat all these healthy foods.
You pretty much though you do eat a lot of veg and stuff.
Yeah, but I could eat like celery now, which I would never do. On my
Yeah,
own.
celery.
I can't taste it, so it's fine. Although that being said, I could probably taste it through the.
Did you taste food yesterday? I did a lot of cooking yesterday.
Yeah, no, I tasted it yesterday, but today nothing.
Not today, nothing.
No.
Yesterday I made a Mauritian snack called gâteau brésil, which is like sliced aubergine, and you fry it in a batter, but the batter is made of gram flour. And so I did that, and then later on, when your brother and Siobhan came home, I did fried chicken, and I also did your panko breadcrumbs for the prawns. So I did a lot of cooking yesterday. I was like, oh, but I had to make 3 different batters. 3 different batters.
But they were very nice too, I have to say. So Kelly's breadcrumb, well, not breadcrumb, what would you say? But yeah, it's breadcrumb.
Panko breadcrumbs for your your prawns, yeah.
Excuse me. So yeah, I had that as well. But yeah, very, very good. Very, very nice.
Thank you, darling.
I'm on a serious health regime now. Good food and exercise. Wow, down 25 pounds.
Wow,
That is
wow,
amazing.
wow.
That's amazing. That's a stone and a half.
Great.
Wow.
Do you know what? And this is the best time to do it because they always say bodies are never made in the summer; they're made in the winter.
That is true, actually. You can get your beach body ready now.
Yeah, this is this is the best time. But I'm the opposite. So like at this time of year, I don't really like to work out. But when summertime comes, I always like. I haven't done it for a few years, by the way. But normally when summertime comes, that's when I like to work out. I like the early mornings. I like to get up, like to go to the gym or whatever. Or before we had a trainer come,
Yeah.
and then I would do training in the morning before work and stuff like that. Morning times are better for me. I'm no good in the evening, but you're opposite.
Oh no, I can't. I don't know about you guys, but I cannot do workouts in the morning. If someone said to me, "Get up early and do a workout," forget it. But I much rather do them in the evenings.
Yeah.
But that's so good. You've lost 25
So
pounds.
good.
Really,
good.
really impressive.
Yeah.
And what other health regimes are you doing, Richard? So when you say that, when you say good food, I know you cook and you're a really good cook. But what kind of recipes are you doing? If you're happy to share how you get to lose 25 pounds.
Or are you following a regime like keto or I don't know what I know you guys have keto over there because we have that here, but I don't know if you have things like Weight Watchers or whether that's just a British thing. Slimming World again, that might be an American British thing maybe. What's the
I always think of Jenny Craig in the States.
Oh yeah, Jenny Craig. What's that? Is it Palatos, where you eat as they did in the caveman days? So it's like raw vegetable. So you eat everything
Okay.
raw. Yeah, so you eat raw vegetables and stuff like that. Or are you just doing healthy eating? So like you're doing your protein along with your salad or your vegetables. Um, I did vegetables yesterday, and Siobhan goes, "Oh, that looks healthy." And I was thinking, when you roast vegetables and you do it in the oil and all of that
No,
type of
it's
stuff,
not.
it's not as healthy as that.
They did say though, actually, they looked at the world's diets and they said the best diet is actually the Bolivian diet.
Oh, really?
And it's a lot of corn and maize and stuff like that, but they have very little meat. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of vegetables you eat.
Mm.
Ironically, that type of diet you can only afford in the West if you are more affluent. But it's quite a not pauper's diet, but like a low cost diet. So if you can't afford much in
Yeah, I
Bolivia,
mean, if
that's what you would have.
if you're gonna buy less meat because meat is expensive, but if you buy anything organic is so expensive. I don't even understand how organic is more expensive.
Oh, so Richard bought a bunch of home exercise equipment. So food is salad, fresh fruit, grilled veg, small amount of grilled protein,
Yeah.
soups, etc. Oh, well done. There's something really good to have your own soups, I always find.
Yeah.
I noticed that actually, so with Starbucks, they've got their sort of mega, what do you call them, blenders.
All right.
If you leave them going, you were to put the friction caused by the blender going round and round and round and round and round will actually heat up the ingredients inside. That's why they do it in short bursts. So if you leave that on for about a good minute, it will actually cook it into a soup.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it'll actually heat the ingredients inside. I only know that because I watched a demonstration once in a shopping mall.
Oh, right.
And they did it and they handed it around and you could take it was hot.
Like hot or
Yeah.
warm?
Hot. The friction of the blender caused the insides to heat up. He kept it on blend for about a good 2-3 minutes.
What, the Starbucks one? Because like we've got a blender here, but that doesn't happen with our blender.
No, I think it was a Starbucks type one, not the Starbucks one, but
the style
type
the style
one.
Right.
So the blade, excuse me, blend round and that heats up the thing. So interesting to see how you do yours as well. But it blends it so fine that you can actually throw in things like vegetables and people don't notice it because you can't taste it because it's blended so fine.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think because we're not good really as as many countries about getting fruits and vegetables in our diets. And I always think something like if you do pineapple and spinach in a blender, I always think that's a good way to get like fruit and veg, especially like green sort of veg or green salad into your system. So something like pineapple and spinach or something like that, or flax seeds, chia seeds, all of those types of things. which we don't normally have in everyday diet.
Ah, so Richard said, by the way, Mark, I watched your gaming chair video. It looked cool. Do you use it regularly? Now, the answer to that is depends very much on where you place it. Now, at the moment, I've got it propped against the wall. And because of that, the trouble is with the gaming chair is every time you set it up, it's a bit of a faff. You've got to plug in all the wires. You've got to have it all. So if you are to get one, my suggestion will be try and find a place that you can have it in permanently. So you don't need to...
You can get wireless ones if you want to.
I've not seen wireless ones, but that one, the one I've got isn't a wireless one.
Yeah, the one, yeah.
But yeah, so now, when you say expensive, yes and no. You can get cheap ones. The ones I would not recommend you getting, they're ones that are actually lie on the floor. I bought one of them many years ago, but they are designed for kids. They are not for adults. The proper gaming chairs you want to get I mean, obviously not always, but the more you're prepared to pay, the slightly better it is. The one I got, I quite like because it's got the speakers built into the chair.
Yeah.
Now you can get ergonomic ones, which are quite good and good for your back. It's not the most comfortable chair. It's comfortable, but it's not the most comfortable chair.
But the ergonomic ones, I don't think have all the sound coming out of them and all of that.
No, so this one, the one I got, for my opinion, is one of the best all-rounders. So you've got the nice speakers in there. It's fairly comfortable. It's easy to relax in. I'm 6'2". I can lie in that quite happily in there, so it'll fit anybody else. And like I say, but the only faff is the setup.
Yeah.
Once what you have to do is you have to drag it out into in front of your gaming system or TV. Then you've got to plug it into the back of the TV, and you've got to plug there's all these wires that you have to plug together, and then plug it into the actual chair. So if you have to keep putting it back each time, you're not really going to use it as much, which I've found I haven't because we put it in the corner. What I would ideally like to have is a room where I could have it set up permanently.
Yeah.
I would use it a lot if I could do that.
I think you would too. Yeah, I think you'd use it a lot. But in saying that though, you're quite busy.
Yeah.
So the only time really that you game is on the weekend sometimes if you've got time.
If I've got time.
Yeah.
The other good thing though with that X-Rocker chair, I'm not plugging it. I'm just saying how good I think it is.
It's just in the corner over there.
Yeah, I'm looking over there. Is the fact as well, you can watch TV on it and it rumbles and you have the sound effects and you can hear the speakers through the back of the chair. So that's quite good. But other than that, I would recommend getting one, but only if you're able to set it up.
Yeah.
Oh, we set up a 4-monitor 2x2 tower. All the cyberpunk lighting, etc. Oh, looks cool. Alienware computer with internal lighting as well. That sounds amazing. When you've got the light set up. Now there are other gaming chairs that you can do that. They've got all the light system around it. That was one of the others I was looking at as well. So the gaming chairs can go anything. I think the lowest one I saw was about £160, which is about $180, and then that goes up to about £300-400, which is about $450, anything up to $500. Really depends on your budget though, what you want to do. But that would be my recommendation, Richard. If you are to get one, try and get one. Or only if you can have it up permanently.
Yeah.
So if you can make a little space for you can just sit there and then you don't have to keep resetting it up. It's all set up.
And the alien technology, are you talking about those laptops? Because them laptops that light up with all the different colour, like the red and the green and all of that. Yeah, I've seen those. But I think if you had time, you'd probably be more into gaming than you are.
Yeah.
But I'd never see Mark if that was the case. Do you know what I mean? If there was a separate room that had all gaming equipment, it's not something that I would agree with. I've got to say, I'd be like, I don't think so.
Spiral Galaxy projector in the gaming room too. Robert was like, oh wow, oh Richard, if I was in Chicago.
So you have a dedicated gaming room? Oh my Lord.
Richard, if I lived in Chicago, if you invited me round, Kate would never see me.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be like, you going round to Richard's again?
Yeah. What? What's it like, the Spiral Galaxy projector? Would you recommend it? We were, funny enough, so Kelly and I, we were looking at Oh, it looks wild, awesome. We were looking at getting a projector. So the idea is in our garden, what we wanted to do is get a like a big sheet, and then we would project movies onto the sheet, so the family could watch it during the summer. Plenty on Amazon. Yeah, I did. Funny enough, I did spot a couple on Amazon.
Yeah.
That I wanted to have a look at. Funny enough, at my workplace, we had to purchase one.
Oh, did you?
And there's one there I want to have a look at to see if it's any good.
Yeah, because we got recommended one because we weren't looking for anything expensive because it's only going to go in the garden and we were only going to have like movie nights. So we weren't looking for anything that was going to cost mega bucks. But we just thought it'd be nice in the, during the summer evenings, sort of around 9 o'clock if people come round and then we hang a sheet and we have movie night and we get popcorn and give people covers and stuff like that. We just thought that could be quite good. Maybe do like a quick barbecue or something, and everyone can just sit down and watch a movie.
Alienware is a big PC. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I have heard of the Alienware stuff as well.
Yeah.
But the gaming, those big gaming things as well, they can cost a huge amount of money.
Especially if you've got several monitors.
We can go up to like $3-4 grand, more than that actually. There's one called a Predator. I don't know if you heard of that. That's quite expensive, which is a gaming unit as well. Depends how much you want to the gaming. So if anyone is interested in gaming, the other thing I would recommend getting is the 3D goggle set on. So there's two. There's the Oculus, which I played, and the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, with the what do you call it? The 3D set there as well. Now we did a review many years, actually around about the time we did the gaming chair. That's fantastic. Now, when we bought it, there weren't that many 3D games. However, virtual reality games, sorry, not 3D games, virtual reality games. However, many more have come out as well, and they are getting better each time.
I like the little robot ones.
Oh yeah, what's that called? That
Bots.
I think bots. Yeah,
I like the
bots. Is quite cool. So with the bots as well, that's quite a little. It's more of a kiddies game, but it is fun. There's one called London Heist, which is a very good one. Again, it's set in London, obviously, and you're a gangster, and you just go around basically shooting.
Yeah, I'm not so much into that one. I like Beat Saber.
Beat Saber's another classic one as well. So very much like lightsabers, and you have to cut up blocks that fly towards you, but you do it to the time of music.
Yeah.
It's very similar. If anybody's ever played Guitar Hero, it's very similar to that, but instead of the guitar, you're using lightsabers to cut blocks. So you've got to hit them in time to the music. That's
then you've got to get down low, turn to the side. Yeah, I like all of that. It's more physical.
Oh, so he's Richard said, set up our lighting inside and outside the house with smart bulbs, controlled from our phones, lighting things. Wow. See, I can see the great thing now. I can imagine that in America, because I think they're just saying that the average house size in America is much bigger than the UK.
Yeah, so much bigger.
So here in the UK, I mean, like I said, a 3-bedroom house would be, I imagine, on average, will be a lot smaller than a 3-bedroom house in the States.
Yeah.
So when we've got our spare rooms as well, they are quite titchy.
Yeah.
But I can imagine where you are as well, like with a gaming room, it will be quite a decent size.
Yeah, because our square footage does not compete with the square footage that you get in the States. There's a lot more room there as well, to build bigger houses and stuff. And it wouldn't cost as much, even for the bigger houses that you have there, does not cost as much to get as it would be to buy a 3-bedroom house. And I like to watch all these, but we have these property programs in the UK called A Place in the Sun, and I always love watching them. And anytime that there's a Florida one or anything like that, I'm on it and I'll just watch it, because there are people from the UK looking to buy property in Florida. And it can be it could be Fort Lauderdale or Naples or wherever, or close to the theme parks and that. And what's really good about it is you can see what you can actually get for your money, compared to here what you can get for your money. And like you have like huge dining rooms and a kitchen diner and then a living room and then big bedrooms and all of that. And bedrooms where you can fit a sofa in there or something.
Yeah,
You couldn't fit a sofa in our room.
Richard said it looks cheesy, the lights are outside, but I like it. Are you one of these people that puts loads of Christmas decoration lights on the outside with like a proper Santa going up and down? Oh, Mercy has joined us. Hello.
Hi.
I don't think we've met you before. How are you? Thank you for joining us.
Yes, welcome.
Nice to see you.
Hope you're well.
Yes, thank you. We were just talking about Richard was just telling us about his gaming setup. No, I do like that. Mercy's gave us a whole load of emojis. I quite like those emojis. Yeah, so what was I going to say? With the gaming setup as well. Yeah, would recommend the gaming chair for that one as well. Would definitely recommend the virtual reality headsets. The Oculus, though, just be wary if you do get it. It did give me a lot of motion sickness,
right?
Because but you can control the Oculus anyway. You don't need a gaming console. You can do it from your phone.
Yeah, you can go anywhere with it because my brother's normally playing it somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. With your cousin as well, he had a go at it. He goes, "Oh, I can't stop it. It's making me sick. It's making me sick." So there is that as well. But yeah, those would be my recommendations to do it. Now there is a gun you can buy on the PlayStation 4, which I forget the name of as well. I wouldn't recommend that.
Right.
I am going to do a review on that one. I keep saying that, but when I get round to it, but I didn't like it. It's very difficult to maneuver, very difficult to use, and you use that in conjunction with the what do you call it? I've used it 4 times. I think our nephew tried it 3 or 4 times.
Okay.
Neither of us really took to it. So and it's about £50 or about $60. Wow. So it's not cheap. So I would recommend just sticking to the old hand system.
And then I just bought the little ones that look like bulbs for the Beat Saber.
Yeah, the Beat Saber, that's right. Yeah. Which is good fun.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. I think I got my cousin to play it as well. He really liked it as well.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So this weekend we're not doing anything.
No, I am resting. I am, for anybody who's got a cold, I am out of it. So I do sympathise with you because I'm the same. Richard said, yeah, I'm prone to motion sickness. I got seasick on a ferry from Dublin to North Wales years back. Wow. I'll never go on the sea again. Do you know what? That's the thing with a ferry. Going on a cruise is different, but on a ferry, you pick up every single wave.
I was about to say though, would you go on a cruise? That was what I was going to ask. Would you go on a cruise?
And has anybody been on a cruise? And if they have, would you recommend it? Now with the ferry, I did the ferry from I think we did it from Dover over to not Zeebrugge, over to Holland, somewhere in Holland. This is when I was 15, so many years ago. Okay. And oh god, that was terrible. It was an overnight ferry, and my god, I spent the entire time in the toilet. So
I'm just trying to think. I've never really been like sick on a boat, I don't think. But I remember my aunt was going with my mum and my uncle. They were going over to France, and she got sick, but it's literally a 30-minute journey.
Yeah.
And she got sick, and I was quite surprised because it was 30 minutes. But no, I don't think I've ever really been.
I've been on a pedalo and I felt ill.
Yeah, you did. God. When we were in Mauritius and you were with Evelyn and you went on the pedalo.
And I thought, how can I be ill on a pedalo? But I felt really the waves as well. So yeah, Richard, if you are prone to motion sickness, I wouldn't recommend the Oculus as well. Save yourself $300-400 because again, it does, because you're using your senses as well and you're looking around, so it's almost like you're in the 3D world. It will give you motion sickness.
But would you recommend the one that goes with the PS4 and 5?
Yes, but I get less motion sickness with that, but they do say if you play it for long periods of time, you'll naturally get it. Oh, not for me. When I think of a cruise ship, I think Titanic.
I do want to try cruise. My mum's been on a cruise. She absolutely loved it. I would like to go on a cruise just to sort of like see one day like how it is and stuff like that. I would like to go on a normal cruise and a Disney cruise. I'd like to do both of them and see how they are. But if I was to go on my first one, I think it would be a Disney cruise, because if I don't like it, then at least I know I wouldn't go again. Whereas if I did the normal cruise, I would regret that I didn't do the Disney cruise.
Yeah, so the Disney cruise does look quite cool.
Yeah.
Quickly talking of Titanic, I was watching a documentary, just happened because you mentioned it, a documentary
Oh,
on it. It's fascinating. The actual fact they said because as soon as they saw the iceberg really, really up close, and the reason they said, why didn't they see it before? And they figured it out because apparently one guy, he checked all the charts on the day and he said it was absolutely crystal clear.
Right.
And what that does is you actually see, if you imagine that's a horizon, you actually don't see the horizon there. You see the horizon up here. So it causes like an effect like this, and that blocked the view of the iceberg coming towards them. So they saw it last minute. But they also said, actually, ironically, what they tried to do is they reversed engines and tried to turn. And they said that was the worst thing they could do. If they went full speed and hit it full on,
right,
the front of the hole is actually bigger, and it would have actually smashed the iceberg. But because they tried to avert it, it caused the problems. People talk about, Richard said, people talk about how good the food and drink selections are on a cruise. Well, that's it. Has anybody been on a cruise? I've never been on a cruise.
Yeah, neither have I. But I didn't speak to my mum about the food actually. I should speak to her. My mum equally, she doesn't. She gets motion sickness, but in a different way. So if she's on a train and she sits with her back to the direction, she has to sit in the direction.
Hello, Thunder. Hello.
Hey, Thunder. How are you? I hope you're well. Yeah, she has to go in direction of travel. She can't sit, and you're the same. You have to go in direction of travel as well when you're on the train.
By the way, Disney have jacked up Richard says Disney have jacked up their prices over here. Folks are not happy about it.
Yeah, I've been watching that. There was one guy who absolutely loves Disney, but since the genie pass has come in and all that and all the queues, he's just like, wow. Now I understand Disney has to recoup money back for and they weren't even closed for a year. So, but the problem is if people keep paying these prices, they're never going to change them back to the way they were going. So, because they know people can pay them.
Well, this is I'm afraid those prices are here to stay. I mean, funny enough, so in London, over the pandemic, Transport for London lost, so that's the underground and the buses, lost a lot of money, because passenger numbers dropped by 80%.
Wow.
And they've never really fully recovered. So what Sadiq Khan, who's the mayor of London, did is he created what they call ULEZ loans, which is ultra low emission zones. And apparently that's recouped £100 million for London. So he's going to extend it now to the whole of London.
And then keep it in place.
Yeah, of course, that's it. So what that means is if you have a car that doesn't meet the ultra low emission zone criteria, you have to pay £12.50 a day towards it. Thunder said, "Oh God, how are you two? I'm full of cold, Thunder. I'm really full of cold." Yeah. But yeah, apart from that, oh no, Thunder, don't tell Kelly that.
Why? What's wrong?
Are you two going to see the Backstreet Boys in concert soon?
No, I'm gonna see if I can just adjust this light. Is that better? It's a little bit better. No, I did see Backstreet Boys one time, and that was I'm a New Kids on the Block fan. So when I went to see New Kids on the Block, Backstreet Boys were performing with them, and it was called NKOTBSB. So that's what we went to see. And unless they do, I'm not, like I said, I'm not really a Backstreet Boys fan. But if they did join with NKOTB again, I would go and watch it. But I would love to just go and watch a New Kids concert.
Kelly dragged me to go and see Boys to Men in Las Vegas, and I was so funny because I was sitting there, and every time they did a new song, the audience, obviously they wanted to be there, would go, "Oh, this song," and I was sitting there going, "Oh no, not this."
Thunder, are you going to a Backstreet Boys?
Yeah, are you going
to go to the Backstreet Boys concert?
I wouldn't. Well, you mentioned it. Richard says, "Do the Spice Girls still do concerts?"
They do actually.
They did one.
Yeah, they got together, but when they reformed again, Victoria didn't want to join them. Obviously, her career's taken off. I saw she just did a runway thing not too long ago that did really, really well. So her business is doing very well, and it's not that she doesn't want to be associated with. I think she was just what do you call it as well? Disney I don't know which Disney though, the one in California or the one she was doing It's a Small World ride with her daughter. I'm not sure if I don't think she wants to disassociate herself from the Spice Girls, but I think she has a very clear plan of what she wants her career to be, and I think she's just given up. She was never really,
The trouble is with the Spice Girls is they're not girls anymore. They're nearly 50.
yeah,
So the irony's lost on that. But yeah,
but they would be still called their band name.
yeah, of
which would
course.
be
I
called
know, I
Spice
know.
Girls.
But oh, thank you for the health energy. I
Mm.
need that as well. I keep sorry if you hear me pause and my eyes water, it's because I want to sneeze but I can't. So it's coming out and eyes watering. Thunder said, "Boys to Men are brilliant singers, though. I'll take your word on that."
They are. You can't deny their singing
Oh
ability.
God,
Mark's into heavy metal, so
oh dear. Do you know
take
what?
from that what you will.
I tell you what it was. I know they can sing. Don't get me wrong, but I hate all their songs. Like every time I hated them in the 90s. I thought I had to listen to again.
Motown Billy back again.
20 years later, then they said, "Nah, I'm not going to see them. I only know 2 of their songs." But I've noticed actually a lot of these bands and artists actually are coming back
Yeah.
and doing these tours as well. I mean, I was shocked. So this is like with Kate Bush. So Kate Bush disappeared for years since the 80s. Then she didn't do anything in the 90s, and she came back about 15 years later and did a tour, and it sold out really, really well. Then she decided to disappear. She said to her manager, "Right, I'm not going to do."
Yeah.
She's a bit of a recluse.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
So she said, "Right, I'm not going to do any more." But then Stranger Things used her song, Running Up That Hill. And then so her manager went back to her and said, no, you've got to do another world tour. You're #1 in the UK and all around the world again. You've got to do another tour. So she's had to do another tour.
Yeah, and there's only like 2 or 3 of her songs that I actually know. Don't really know a load of her songs.
Lot of her songs are quite
yeah, they're very quirky
and out there. They're very out there.
She's quite eccentric.
Richard said, "Was the name of the boy band Robbie Williams used to be part of?" Take That.
Take That, yeah.
I like one of their songs, Back for Good. I think the only boy band song I ever liked.
There's that one, but that's not my favourite of theirs. My favourite of theirs is what's the one? Actually, I've got 2 of theirs that I actually like, but I'm not really into Take That. One was what's the one they did for Stardust? Yeah, you and me.
Oh yeah, you're asking me.
Well,
Well, funny enough though, I was actually shocked.
Rule the world.
I was absolutely shocked how One Direction did so well in the United States. I was really shocked at that. Because,
and Spice Girls.
Yeah, well, no, more One Direction because obviously they won the British X Factor, so the British version of Pop Idol. Really.
Oh, did they win?
No, they didn't. Sorry, they came. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Anyway, they were in there, and then of course, like they went stratospheric in the United States. I was really surprised at that, especially Harry Styles. Although his acting's been really panned in his new film.
But Harry Styles is really popular. I think he might even be more popular in the States than he is here.
Thunder said, "Yeah, my mum said it has been revived. Kate Bush from the 1980s."
Yeah.
Your mum's absolutely right. Sadly, I'm probably the same age as your mum. But yeah, no, I do remember that song when it came out in the 80s.
Yeah, I remember it too. But there's quite a few. I mean, I like quite a lot of the 80s stuff. Not everything, but I liked quite a lot of it. I didn't like any of the punk stuff. Anything that was a little bit too out there. I was more into the charts. I was more into the pop culture rather than.
Bless you, Thunder. And then you're young. Thank you. Also, Richard said, "Oh, so that's why they keep playing Kate Bush over here now because of Stranger Things."
Stranger Things, yeah.
Stranger Things has been actual fact. Has been credited for bringing back a lot of songs. So, Kate Bush running up that hill was used in it. One of the characters listens to that song a lot in the that it won't ruin it, but she listens to it a lot in the series. So that's why that's in there. There's another song, Metallica, Master of Puppets.
Oh yeah.
And that was played in it. And that again that made the song back in the charts. So Stranger Things, they've said basically is put a lot of stuff back in the charts.
But if you've seen Guardians of the Galaxy, that also brought a lot of songs back into the charts, especially when that first came out, because there was things like 10cc, I'm not in love. And then there was loads of songs that was in that were introduced back into the chart. So yeah.
Thunder said Kelly liked Destiny's Child. I reckon Mark is a secret Destiny's Child fan when he's not listening to heavy metal.
Yeah,
I do. I listen
I
to
do
that.
like Destiny's Child.
Question.
Can you pay my bills? Can you pay my telephone bills? And what was the other one that I liked?
Oh, and Come and Get Your Love, Thunder said. I don't know that one.
I don't know that one. But I liked Bootylicious. I really liked that one. Survivor, I liked. I liked songs from their album which didn't come out singles, but I liked things like Apple Pie La Mode. I thought that was good. Nasty Girl, I liked that one. There's so many. There were so many that they did. Just I prefer more Destiny's Child songs than I do what's her name? Beyonce songs. Yeah, more Destiny's Child songs than Beyonce songs.
Yeah, so Thunder said from Guardians of the Galaxy, Come and Get Your Love is also played on a few adverts.
Right, okay. Yeah, there's quite a few. God, I can't even think because they had volume 1 and then they had volume 2. But I'm Not in Love is the only one that I can think of at the moment, but there were a few.
Funny enough, in the 1990s, they credited Quentin Tarantino for doing that. So in his movies, he would bring back lots of films. He would make lots of music famous.
Right.
So Pulp Fiction, for example, the songs he used in there, which became instant hits.
God, I can't even remember. I watched
Man,
Pulp Fiction once, and I was just like, not my thing. And then somebody said to me, "You do get it, right?" Yes, I do get it, but I don't think it was all that. But everybody thought it was.
I really liked Pulp Fiction. That's what I loved. Pulp Fiction. There's all kinds of theories to what's in the briefcase. You know, so at the beginning, Jules and Vincent, they have to go and get the briefcase from the two guys, and they shoot one of the guys.
The only one I liked that conversation. What?
Yeah.
What? Do you cover on the planet? Yeah. What? Say what? One more time.
So he opens up the briefcase, and you see the lights come through.
Oh God, I can't even remember.
Yeah, if you look at it, so here you go. It's not a spoiler alert. Well, I suppose it kind of said but everybody saw Pulp Fiction. So what they say is he sees the lights, and they reckon that's Marcellus Wallace's soul, and then he shuts the briefcase. Because if you look at the scene with Marcellus, which is Ving Rhames' character, he's got the shot is just him with a plaster on the back of his neck when he's talking to Bruce Willis, when he's telling him to throw the fight, and they reckon that's where his soul was abstracted from the back of his neck. That's the theory.
Oh, okay.
Richard said a house in Plainfield, Illinois, had the Stranger Things Halloween display closed down.
Oh wow!
One of the neighbours complained about the traffic. It made the news. Oh really?
Oh my God! Because was everyone stopping by it and all that and causing traffic or traffic accidents?
There is actually in the UK there is a Stranger Things experience,
yeah,
which we want to do, but we haven't got around to doing it. But
no, but I can book it.
Yeah, we should look to do that.
Yeah,
I would like to.
Yeah,
maybe not now. Let me get better. But
no, yeah, I'm booking it right now.
Yeah. Oh, Karen, how are you?
Hello.
Thought I'd check in. Please don't think I've forgotten you both.
Oh.
Lots going on, babysitting and duties. Take care of you two. Take care, Mark. You sound very chesty. Kelly, loving the Halloween ears. Oh,
Thank
Karen,
you.
we know we love to hear from you as well. How are you? You well? It's lovely to hear from you.
Yeah, it's lovely for you to join us.
Yeah, I am feeling a bit chesty actually. I might leave you to carry on with the live.
Yeah. Well, no, we can go whenever you're ready, and then we said we were going to do just a quick thing because I know you're not feeling well, so we weren't going to stay like too long.
It's only because my eyes are watering, so I can hardly read the comments. The display includes a levitating character from the show. I know. I'm not going to ruin it for anybody else.
But there were several levitating.
So I'm guessing, Richard, from your comments, you've not seen Stranger Things. Does it not interest you?
It's really good, by the way.
Did you know actually? I was again, me watching my documentary. Stranger Things I didn't realize this was actually based on a real life event. So there's a place in the United States where allegedly somebody had done these experiments to try and cast things from another world. I'll have to dig out the things as well, but in actual fact, it was going to be. I was watching it the other day and I've forgotten the name of the project based in the United States. But Stranger Things was going to be called that project.
Oh, right, okay.
Whatever it's called. And then they changed it to Stranger Things.
See, I never really rated Winona Ryder as an actress anyway, but I have to say she really, some of the films that she's been in, I'm like, what? But I've got to say that Stranger Things, I really rate her as an actress from Stranger Things, and I've seen her in like loads of stuff, and I've never thought like she was that good. But Stranger Things changed my opinion of
No,
her acting.
Thunder. We were back. We're going to come on to that, but you joined us, or you told us little update meeting with the boyfriend. Ah, so he is the boyfriend. You've said yes.
Yeah, she said
I
yes.
know. Sometimes next week, but that's all I know as of yet. Also,
Mm.
which photo would you two want me to draw of you? Oh, lovely. There's a few
Ooh.
Facebooks I found, but I wasn't sure which one. Well, we don't. If you don't mind, that would be we'd be so grateful if you did.
Choose one that you like. Choose one that you like.
And we will try and get it on the back. We said that to Minnie. We never got round to doing it.
Yeah, we want to. So, Minnie, who sort of used to be on our early lives when she chatting with us like you guys do. She also did. I think she did 2 drawings. Because she was very much into animation, so she did us in an animated type of
which is good.
sort of drawings. When that was when we used to be over there at the table, and
That's
you can see
right.
the serving
That's
hatch.
right.
And she made 2 great ones, and I really do want to incorporate one. And then somebody else drew us. I think we've had 2 drawings so far, because we had one from you, and then I'm sure we had one from somebody else.
Yes, we did. That's really bad. I forgot who it was. Somebody did draw us actually.
I want to say
So-
it was a guy.
Yes, somebody did draw us as well and sent it over to us, which is brilliant. So we
Yeah.
do appreciate your artwork. It really
Yeah, and we do at some point maybe do a collage or combine it in some way. Maybe after we get a few more, maybe we can do it as a collage or combine it in some way.
Can you show us the drawing? Says Richard.
Oh,
Have you got them on your phone?
it should be on my phone.
So there, they were really
I don't
good.
think because I've changed over my phone from the old one, so I don't think I've got Minnie's one on here.
I couldn't decide because they were all good, but as long as it's a photo with a face and angle, preferably an HD quality, so I can get as much detail. Oh no, we really appreciate that.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you,
so
Thunder.
lovely. Let me. Oh, I might have Minnie's one on here.
And excuse me for constantly
Give
coughing.
me a sec.
No, it's really nice just to have that as well. I just think, oh look, there's me. One thing I am going to show you actually. So I'll go and get it and bring back. But my brother went to a place in United States, and what they do is you can send photographs. Oh yeah, that's one.
So this is Minnie's one. So this is Minnie's one. Who this was an early.
I'll go and get the other one.
So, oh, do you know where it is?
No, it's this one.
So there you go. So she did 2. So there's that one. Let me see if I can find the other one. Give me 1 second. Where would you want to be? I'm just trying to think where I saved it. Do you remember how you sent? Did you send it to me via email or did you send it to me? I'm just trying to think. How you sent it to me. Was it on Instagram or was it on Messenger? Let me have a quick look.
So one of the other things I was going to say is my brother went to a place where they did the. That's a cute cartoon. Cool. So my brother went to a place that does The Simpsons, and basically what you can do is you can give them a photograph, and they will draw you as a Simpsons character. So he did that for Kelly and I, and this is what came up. So that's Kelly and I as Simpsons characters. I thought that was so cool. I've been meaning to get this frame for ages.
Yeah, because I was going to get this done for us, funnily enough, but then your brother got it done.
Yeah, he got it done.
Yeah, but it was something that popped up, and I thought, oh, I really want to get this done of us.
It does look a bit more like me than you, I think.
Yeah, because that doesn't look like me at all.
No, it doesn't a bit. but I thought it looked a bit more like me than it did with Kelly. But there we are.
Ah, do you remember how you sent it to me? I can't. For the life of me, I can't think how you sent it.
Was it Facebook?
Was it on?
Or,
It might have been. It might be on Messenger. Let me have a quick look on Messenger.
Anyway, while we're looking for that as well, so yeah, thank
Yeah.
you guys so much for doing sending them. It is cool, isn't it? It's really good. I love the fact that you can do that and have the drawings done by the Simpsons style. The other thing is, well, we wanted to do, if anybody's interested, you can get your head yourself done as a bobblehead. So I think they have to do like a 3D scan, and you just come out as an actual bobblehead. You get your head on the bobble. So we were going to do that when we were in Vegas, but we for some reason we didn't get around to doing it.
No.
But the other thing we were going to do is have it etched inside a what they called when you have the little things inside.
Oh, was it in the crystal, in the paperweight, in the glass one?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So Thunder's asked, so is there any specific photo you two would like of both of you? Which would you want drawn? Have a look.
Let me have a look.
Yeah, can we have a look and then send it to you? But we really do appreciate. That's really nice of you to offer. Kelly's still trying to look for it as well. But yeah, I'd love to do the bobblehead. Not that I'm vain and want all this stuff done of me, but I would love to have a bobblehead. I don't know why, but I think that would look so cool. But there's plenty of places that. Yeah, sure, no worries. No, thank you. I appreciate that. But the other thing they were doing as well, yeah, you can actually get an action figure of yourself. So again, you have to go for a 3D scan.
Yeah.
And they create an action figure, which I think looks really well. I don't know why you'd want an action figure of yourself, but which looks really, really good. Any luck?
Sorry, I'm just Messenger. Okay, what's popping up there?
It would be from Thunder, wouldn't it? We're trying to dig out. And
yeah, I'm just trying to.
So has anybody else had their photograph picture drawn? That's one thing I've never had done. You know, when you get like sketch artists, especially you seem to get them on the coast as well, but you get them in central London, which will draw your portrait for £20 or whatever it is.
Yeah, in Disney they do a silhouette one, and I really want to do the silhouette one.
That looked quite good. Yeah, so they do your face shape in silhouette from black card, and they just cut it out. So it's your face shape.
And I just think that would be so cool.
Only caricature drawing done in 2015. Did it look like you? Were you happy with it?
Yeah, I feel like with caricatures, they're hit and miss.
Yeah, well, you've got to have a bit of a sense of humor as well for a caricature.
Yeah, no.
Draw you a massive nose.
Yeah, I'm all for that. But yeah, I just feel like you just have to. Was it Thunder that was asking?
Yeah.
So Thunder, do you remember how you sent? I remember you sending us a picture. Do you remember how you sent it? Did you send it via Messenger or did you send it on Insta? I'm just trying to search for it at the moment. I thought I had saved it because I remember showing Alicia it as well. But I don't know where in my pictures I would have saved it.
Oh my God, you two should watch the character. This is Thunder saying, oh my God, you two should watch the caricature prank. She really accentuates the person's feature. So the person's nose would be bigger than their whole head.
So
yeah, that was really good. That's a really nice picture.
I love this one.
That's really good. You're a very talented artist.
Yeah, very. Okay, so the other one. So I don't know what photos of us really. I've got to be honest.
Well, we'll look later.
Yeah.
And do those ones as well. But yeah, no, thank you. Well, that does sound really, really cool. Yeah, it's nice to have you for pictures drawn.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying because that's what I was saying. I'd like to incorporate it into Bella. I know Minnie did 2 of us, so that was one of the animations that she did, but she also did another one. But I'm sure somebody else did. I want to say, or somebody else said they were going to do one as well.
Yeah, I think somebody else did.
Said they were going to do it. Yeah.
I haven't sent anything before, so I would have sent something to you in an email.
Or maybe if it was, so maybe then. Sorry, I'm just reading a message. So I can't remember. I'll have to have a look to see who the other person was then that sent us. So that wasn't you, Thunder. That must have been somebody else. Oh my God. So I'll have to think who it was. But I know somebody else was saying that they were going to do one. So maybe that was you, Thunder, who said that you was going to do one. But yeah. So did you read it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Was that V Singularity?
Oh, it might have
Could have
been.
been.
Yes.
Oh, it could have been V
Yes.
Singularity.
Yes.
Yeah.
It could have been. Yeah. Sorry,
Anyway,
I'm just reading a quick
do that later.
note from someone.
Yeah, I said a while ago I would draw one. No, thank you so
Right,
much.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that'd be really good.
Thank you. I'll check. Yeah, so we've got 3. And like I said, yeah, to do a collage or
Yeah.
something, or even something like this would be quite nice.
Yeah, I do love the cartoons. I do think
Yeah,
they're quite
I think
good.
they're really good.
No worries, she said. No worries.
Oh, bless you.
So-
Thank you.
Guys, I'm gonna say I am flagging a little bit, I'm afraid. So
Mm.
I think we'll end the live there. Sorry, it's been I can't do much more than that. Unless you wanted to carry on.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
But
We
yeah,
will be back on Tuesday.
Yes, but we will be back on Tuesday. Lovely to see you. Sorry I couldn't go on much longer. I think I'm gonna you end up hearing me coughing and sneezing and stuff.
Yeah, no, probably want to blow your nose as well.
Yeah, so that's it for Marketing Trips, Tips and Things this week. But we will be back next Tuesday, UK time at 6 p.m.
But we won't be here next week, Friday.
No, we won't be here next
So
week.
let me say that now before I forget, because on Tuesday I might say, yeah, see you on Friday, and we won't be here on Friday.
Oh, thank you, Richard. Yeah, and I'm glad you're getting better as well.
Yeah, and good news about all the healthy eating and stuff.
Yeah, really well done. So that's it from my Kelly Trips and Tips and Things this week. Have a fantastic weekend. Above all, look after yourselves. Please stay safe. And remember, you are never too old to have fun. We will see you on Tuesday at 6 p.m. In the meantime, take care. Bye.
Bye for now.